This is Outnumbered. Hello, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno, here with my co-host, Kaylee McEnany, and also joining us today, Dr. Nicole Saphier, Kat Timpf, and Joe Concha. Happy 4th of July in President Biden's America. Americans are gearing up for travel nightmares in what could be the most expensive Independence Day ever. 3.5 million Americans are expected to fly this weekend. They'll be bracing for delays and cancellations as the airlines struggle with staff shortages, pilots threatening to strike, and soaring fuel costs. Already today, FlightAware.com reports 270 U.S. flights canceled and more than 1,800 delayed. Meanwhile, a record 42 million Americans are expected to hit the road this year, with gas prices hovering near $5 per gallon. And you won't be getting much of a break if you're planning a backyard cookout. Inflation is sending the cost of the barbecue staples we all love through the roof. The price for hot dogs alone up nearly 40%. But instead of offering a solution for struggling families, President Biden is telling Americans it's not so bad here, and once again blaming Russia. Watch.
Inflation is higher in almost every other country. Prices of the pump are higher in almost every other country. We're better positioned to deal with this than anyone, but we have a way to go. Ultimately, the reason why gas prices are up is because of Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia.
How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes. So Russia cannot, in fact, defeat Ukraine and move beyond Ukraine.
Pretty sure, Joe Concha, he's the only one that believes it is because of Russia.
How do I put this gently? He's lying through his teeth, the President of the United States is. When he says it's about Russia, Russia was February, right? Inflation has been going up a year before that. Gas prices, same thing. Think about where we were just 1 year ago going into the 4th of July weekend. $3 a gallon gas, $3.12, I believe it was, right? Meanwhile, we were told by the White House, by press secretary, you had the same job, I believe, Kelly, that if I save here, how much is that? 16 cents, right? I'm going to save that in the barbecue. I have a feeling that's not going to go very well.
The 1 year anniversary of that tweet.
Yes, it is, right? Legendary. So the messaging is just profoundly dishonest at this point. And I know people that used to go away for July 4th, got on a plane, went somewhere. No one's doing that this year. It's either a staycation or go to the Jersey Shore where I'm going, where everything is all right.
I'm doing where everything is awesome. And Doctor, the ones that are traveling, as we were talking about, have experienced such massive delays and cancellations. Over 750,000 passengers have had their flights impacted in the month of June on American Airlines alone, with 75,000 just in the past 2 days. That's more than the New Orleans Superdome, and no one is cheering for this.
Well, certainly historic flight cancellations and delays. And on one hand, you know, this is a supply-demand issue, right? On one hand, the demand for air travel is up, which is a good thing considering what we've been going through the last 2 years. However, what did we see during COVID? You had about 70% decrease in air travel. So the airlines, they laid off their employees, they shed pilots, they retired aircrafts, they even sold aircrafts, but they were given tens of billions of dollars during COVID. That money should have been spent to prepare for when the demand came. Take this moment to call on the TSA right now. Can we just say, listen, we're dealing with a crisis when it comes to air travel. The TSA is a colossal failure. And since it's been instituted, every time that they have tested to see how well they can find explosives and terrorism threats, they fail anywhere from 80 to 100% of the time. Could you imagine if you failed at your job 80 to 100% of the time? I certainly would be fired, or I'd be looked at. At this point, we need to stop doing things because it's the process, because it makes people feel better, because they take their shoes off and all of a sudden they think that's keeping people safe. It's time to reevaluate the TSA, and I'm calling for it to be completely.
Wow, yes. I've been saying this for years. Abolish the TSA. Did you see that tweet where they're bragging about, look at all these things we confiscated from passengers? It's like water bottles and lotions.
Way to go, guys.
Like, yeah, wow. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me safe from lotion.
And for all those Americans who are trying to celebrate Independence Day at home with their friends, Kat, so we know the costs of home barbecues are up over 10%. Chicken over 17%, soda over 13%, beef almost 14%, lettuce 11%. This is why so many Americans are saying they will buy less, travel less, share costs more, look for savings, scaling back and holding back in Biden's economy.
Absolutely. And of course, it's not, like you're saying, it's not just flights. I mean, I am actually, Joe, I'm actually hopefully going to LA. And how horrible is it that I didn't used to have that attitude. I was like, I am going to LA for the 4th of July. I'm like, we'll see, because that is so bad. And also my flight, I went to Greece for a 4th of July week a few years ago. It was pretty comparable in terms of price. That's how crazy it is. Yeah. And if you stay home, if you're one of the people who stays home, you're not going to not notice it. As you're mentioning, you're still going to notice it. Everything is more expensive. It's not just certain people who are noticing it, because all people, for example, eat food. It's not something that they can continue to say, oh, it's not happening, so now they're blaming Russia. But it's going to reach a certain point, and I think we are there, where people just, they don't care. They're like, whatever. We need to fix this. This needs to stop, because I can't afford this.
That's right. People need solutions now, Kaylee. And meanwhile, when asked whether this is sustainable, what the president would say to those American families arguing it is not, what was the answer?
Yeah, it's really interesting. So you never want to go viral when you're in the White House, particularly if you're someone very few people know, someone named Brian Deese, who's the economic advisor in the White House. Well, he went viral. Watch.
They say that this could be a long war measured in years, and I think everybody understands why this is happening. But is it sustainable? What do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
Well, what you heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
So you're paying more in gas because it's the future of the liberal world order. Okay, he again said what we have heard a few times. You know, we've heard, oh, Joe Biden can't do anything about gas prices, but in their most honest moments, we've heard honesty from the president that when it comes to gas prices, we're going through an incredible transition as you're pumping your gas at $5 a gallon. Jennifer Granholm said that we're accelerating the move to clean energy. So in their most lucid moments, they are admitting that when you pump your gas, when you see, as I did, you know, $100-something, that's intentional. They want you to get rid of your car. They want you to move to a clean energy vehicle. It's all part of the great liberal transition. So just pat yourself on the back this 4th of July.
Wow.
Yeah. And let's talk about the stock market for a second, because that's become such a narrative from the left that it's a rich man's game. It has no impact on anyone blue collar, no impact on average Americans. But that's exactly where 401ks are tied up. And that's exactly where pensions are tied up in. So as that is plummeting day by day, we're feeling it at that level as well, with the Democrats refusing to acknowledge it.
There are two apps on my phone that I used to visit on an almost daily basis. My Bank of America app and my Merrill Lynch app that has my 401k in it for my retirement, right? I can't even look at it. I haven't looked at it in 2 months. I am petrified to see what those numbers are at right now. So to your point, it's not about the Gordon Geckos of the world and they're not making as much money, you know, on Blue Star Airlines. This is everybody. This affects. My question is, back to something you were saying earlier, you mentioned Jennifer Granholm. She's the energy secretary. Where is the transportation secretary during all this? Pete Buttigieg, the guy who took a maternity leave.
Planning his presidential bid?
Yeah, perhaps, right? What's he going to run on exactly? I'll do for the country what I did for the supply chain?
Yeah.
Right? It's like when Gavin Newsom says he's going to run. I'll do for America what I did for California. The bumper stickers aren't there.
De Blasio ran, though. So these people, they don't catch the vibe.
That's a great
I think what all the supposed candidates have in common is a failure of all of their job descriptions. Kamala among them, Pete Buttigieg among them, right, Kaylee?
Yes, Kamala especially, right? But Jennifer Granholm, I still can't get it out of my head. It will be in midterm ads. When she was asked about bringing down gas prices, she literally cackled. We've played it so many times here on Outnumbered. That will be in ads going into November. So they want to make this about Roe and January 6th, whatever. This is about gas prices, the economy stupid, and your energy secretary laughing to no end when asked about her solution.
Yeah. The important thing this weekend is celebrating Independence Day and giving gratitude for all who have served for the liberties that we have here in this country, but it certainly will not feel anywhere near as good financially as it ever has in the past. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.